Well, we're racing now, I think. Didn't think that was all that straight a start. Andrew Palmer looking to have got a slingshot over Philip. Oh, there's some
Oh my God!
there.
Oh my God!
And that's, well, it's spoiled the chances of 2, 3, 4 drivers, but we don't have anybody hurt. We don't have any major disaster other than the disaster of a race that's not now going to be finished. Your race leader swinging round off the back straight. That looks like cart number 106, Wes Phillips, is it? Or is Wes Phillips in second? Maybe Andrew Palmer maintaining his lead. Not able to pick up the numbers on screen. And there's a nice piece of passing into second place from fourth. And I think that's Jesus Rios involved. And, well, and that's a disaster from the front runners, and evasive action needing to be taken. Well done to everybody that's avoided a collision, but I'm afraid everybody is now well slung out. Coming under the gantry, in the lead is Kyle Spalding. I didn't identify Kyle Spalding. I did identify Wes Phillips in second place. It was AJ Almendinger that went through third, from Jeremy Kane fourth and Nick Revellini fifth. But a big lead for Kyle Spalding, 1.65 seconds. But how big can that lead be when you're being chased by the likes of Wes Phillips and AJ Almendinger? They're the drivers in shot at the moment. Out to your right is your race leader, Kyle Spalding. And Wes Phillips and AJ Almendinger, the diminutive figure of AJ, and the not diminutive figure of Wes Phillips, rather tall for a kart racer. AJ Almendinger, very small driver, turn around and go. But small in stature, massive in kart racing talent. Well, car and kart racing. Jeremy Kane in fourth place, Nick Rivellini in fifth. So starting lap 3, look how big that lead is for Kyle Spalding. Well, it's been brought down a little. It was 1.6 something, it's now 1.46 as Wes Phillips just leads the chasing pack. I have to say, some very skillful driving picked up on our television camera pictures where you saw drivers out of the race. Incidentally, it's Andrew Palmer, the outside front row starter, who went out, the biggest loser in that disaster. And Sabre Cook, who had a midfield start in place, she was involved and is now back with Anne Hayden, a couple of girls right at the back of the field. That's not really a fair reflection because Sabre Cook was one of the drivers that didn't have much opportunity to get out of the way. But you saw from our pictures the excellent driving standards in avoiding collisions. I felt there was certain to be a collision. There was no collision, but there was a lot of loss of places. This is the start of lap 3, and you're seeing AJ Almendinger in front of tracking Wes Phillips in front of Jeremy Kane.
I can't tell.
Kyle Spalding's lead, 1.4 seconds as we start lap 4. Good dice in the midfield. You're seeing some good scraps now. Matt Hart I've not called by name in cart number 121, well placed. But the, I won't say runaway leader, but certainly big leader is Kyle Spalding. Wes Phillips in second place has rather broken off the challenge or the immediate challenge of AJ Almendinger. AJ Almendinger being tracked now by Jeremy Kane. So AJ's immediate concern is not so much tracking down Wes Phillips as avoiding any kind of
right there, he's 16.
Challenge from Jeremy Kane and Matt Hart. He's got about 0.8 of a second advantage over them at the moment, but that advantage is closing. This is the dice that we're looking at. Jeremy Kane and Matthew Hart, carts numbers 133 and 121. Good little dice, isn't it? Nick Rivellini running 6th, CJ Cram 7th, Andrew Evans 8th, Philip Arscott, the pole position man, running 9, caught up very much well and truly within the mayhem at the start of this one, and Andrew Colombini, whose name I haven't called previously, he's the guy who's completing 10 at number 10. We're coming towards the half race distance, and it's a big, easy lead for Kyle Spalding. Behind him, Wes Phillips, then we pick up the closest of the action, which is the dice, 3rd, 4th and 5th, Jeremy Kane chasing AJ Almendinger and getting a bit closer to him. Oh, a look over the shoulder by Kyle Spalding, not really necessary. There's plenty to spare. 1.7 seconds. And AJ Allmendinger now falling into the clutches perhaps of Jeremy Kane. Maybe that's overstating it a little bit. The license that we race announcers, race callers, race commentators take. But you know what I mean? It's getting closer. The bottom line is AJ Allmendinger in third place is getting closed down by Jeremy Kane in fourth. But these are the pictures that we're picking up, showing you that particular action and the action immediately behind. You're tuned in to the Kart Racing Network, broadcasting live to the world. Broadcasting live to the world on the first competition day of the 2011 Rotax US Grand Nationals. Brought to you by presenting sponsor OGP.
It's 15th now.
Well, as the race leader goes down to begin another lap, lap 7, Kyle Spalding has 1.87 seconds over Wes Phillips. AJ Allmendinger holding off the challenge of Jeremy Kane, just widened it slightly. So the scrap that we're watching is Jeremy Kane, Matt Hart, Nick Rivellini, CJ Cram. And Philip Arscott is also well in there. Andrew Evans as well. There's just, let me work this out, 1.2 seconds between Matt Hart 5th. In fact, let's call it 1.5 seconds between Jeremy Kane 4th and Andrew Evans 9th. And it's aspects of this battle that our television pictures are picking up for you. The race leader's out in front, way out in front. Kyle Spalding has increased his lead when it looked like Wes Phillips was getting closer. In turn, Wes Phillips has increased his lead over AJ Allmendinger when at one time it looked like AJ getting closer. Jeremy Kane is close-ish to AJ. And a glance over the shoulder by kart number 121, Matt Hart, reveals that Nick Rivellini, CJ Cram are pretty close to him. This is lap 8.
Nope. Back in the hairpins.
So, we're in the final stages.
Yeah.
Well, not the final stages, but the later stages of race 10, which is, race 9, which is groups 2 and 4 in Rotax Senior. The best of the dice is definitely the scraps for 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th. Kyle Spalding, Wes Phillips, AJ Allmendinger 1, 2 and 3, but then the screen's showing you now the dice with Jeremy Kane, kart 133, Matt Hart 121, and Nick Rivellini, kart number 141. So, 2 to go, just 2 laps remaining. Kart 133 in 4th place is Jeremy Kane. Matt Hart applying the pressure. Can Matt Hart do something in the remaining 2 laps? 1.8 laps remaining in this 10-lap race for the seniors in groups 2 and 4. Kyle Spalding, incidentally, we're not featuring on him. Why not?
He's not done after this.
He's increased his lead to 2.2 seconds. He's way in front of Wes Phillips. 3rd place, AJ Allmendinger, now beginning to come under pressure from Jeremy Kane. It may well be that the checkered flag will come soon enough, but AJ Allmendinger definitely under pressure from Jeremy Kane. Behind Jeremy Kane, Matt Hart piling the pressure on. In fact, it may be to AJ's advantage that he is doing so. Last lap, we start the last lap. The drivers you're seeing in picture are, I think, Nick Rivellini, Matt Hart, Jeremy Kane. They're 6th, 5th and 4th. And there goes a move, a potential look down. No real opportunity to make any advantage out of that. Incidentally, down the field, Jesus Rios, who was caught up in that early mayhem, driven himself back into the top 10 at number 9. We did see sight of him moments ago and thought it looked like Jesus. But only when I glanced at the timing screen did I see for certain that it was. Well, we want to do justice to Kyle Spalding's race victory, but we want to show you the remainder of the scrapping for the places, because there's still some decent dices going on downfield. But with just about 300 metres to go, half that now, the checkered flag is made ready, and the race victory goes to Kyle Spalding. Second is Wes Phillips, and third AJ Almendinger, and then that really good close finish that we watched between the 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th. Jeremy Kane was 4th, Matt Hart was 5th, Nick Rivellini was 6th, CJ Cram 7, Andrew Evans 8, Jesus Rios 9, and Mason Marotta completed the top 10. We just take a very short break and I'll be right back with you.
You know he's pissed. He's got to be pissed. Because it just blocked him.
Yeah, everything got all frogged up.